our lives. And we, Ethan, yours, cost you.
It's changing. He's coming.
No idea the power it represents and how it ends.
Look to me. Who you?
If anything happens to them, there's no place.
Ethan, what's your objective?
I don't accept that.
Hello friends, welcome back to another video. Today I am going to review Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. If you love action movies, then this movie is a must watch. The movie starts with a very dangerous artificial intelligence called the entity. This AI is so powerful that it can control computers, hack secret systems, and even change digital information. Because of this, many powerful countries want to control it. Now, our hero Ethan Hunt gets a new mission. His mission is simple to understand but very difficult to complete. He has to find a special key. This key is the only thing that can unlock the biggest secret connected to the entity. But the problem is that Ethan is not the only one searching for this key. Many dangerous people are also running after it. Now the movie becomes a race. Who will get the key first? Will Ethan save the world again, or will the entity become impossible to stop? This is where the real adventure begins. From the first very scene, the movie keeps you excited. The opening sequence is serious, mysterious, and create a lot of suspense. Every scene make you feel that something big is going to happen next. The movie does not waste time. It quite quickly brings you into its exciting world. Now let's talk about the biggest strength of this movie, and that is the story. The story may look simple at first, but slowly it becomes bigger and bigger. Every new scene gives you another surprise, nothing feels random. Everything is connected in a smart way. The movie also talks about technology. Today, almost every person uses the internet. We save our photos, videos, bank details, and personal information online. Now imagine if one powerful artificial intelligence can see everything, control everything, and even change the truth. That idea itself is scary. This is why the entity feels different from normal movie villains. It is not just one person, it is anywhere, everywhere. It watches people, it learns from people, it predict what people will do next. Because of this, Ethan Hunt can't fight it with only guns or punches. He has to use his brain. This makes the movie more interesting. Now let's talk about the Ethan Hunt. Once again, Tom Curious give a amazing performance. He looks confident, he looks calm even in very dangerous situation, but at the same time he also show emotions. He's not just a hero who fights everyone, he also cares deeply about his friends. That emotional side makes his character feel real. In this movie, Grace is one of the most important new character. At first, she is only trying to protect herself. He is clever. She knows how to escape difficult situations. Sometimes she even creates problems for Ethan Hunt. But slowly she starts understanding what is really happening. Her journey in the movie is very interesting because she changes little by little. Another important character is Benjamin. He is the technology expert of the team. Whenever Ethan Hunt gets into trouble, Benjamin is always trying to help him. Sometimes he makes funny comments. This small moment make the movie feel light after a serious scene. Then we have Luther Strickel says climate intelligence and always thinking carefully before making a decision. His experience helps the team many times, even when he is not fighting. His role is very important. Now let's talk about the villain Gabriel. He is dangerous because he understands people. He knows how to play with emotions. Whenever he comes on a screen, you know something bad is about to happen. His connection with Ethan Hunt also makes the story more powerful, personal. That is why their scene feel powerful. One thing I really liked is that every major every major character has a purpose. No one feels unless every helps move the story forward. The movie also keeps changing locations. One moment you are in a busy city, the next moment you are in a beautiful palace with old buildings, narrow streets, fast cars, and crowded roads. Because of this, the movie never feels boring. Every location gives a fresh feeling. The background music is another strong point. Sometimes it is slow, sometimes it becomes very loud. The music perfectly matches every scene. When a dangerous moment comes, the music increases the tension. When a emotional scene comes, the music becomes soft. This balance makes every moment more effective. The camera work is also excellent. The movie shows beautiful view, first action and close shot of the characters. Because of this, you feel like you are inside the movie. The editing is clean. The movie is almost 3 hours long, but most of time it keeps your attention. There are many twists. Just anything, you know what will happen next. The movie changes everything. That is one of the biggest reason why this film is so exciting. The action scenes are not only about explosions, they also need planning, timing, teamwork, and smart decisions that makes every action scene more enjoyable than normal action movies. And this is only the beginning because the movie keeps getting bigger and more exciting as the story moves forward. Now let's talk about the action because this is the biggest reason why people love the Mission Impossible series. Every action scene feels real because Ethan is not a superhero. He gets hurt, he makes mistakes, and sometimes he is forced to change his plan in just a few seconds. That makes every scene more exciting because you never feel that victory is easy. Every impossible looks dangerous from the beginning to the end. The movie also shows that intelligence is just as important as physical strength. Many times, Ethan Hunt wins because he thinks faster than his enemies, not because he is stronger. This makes the character even more interesting. The movie is full of chase sequence, close fights, gun battles, secret machines, and unexpected escapes. Every action scene has a purpose. Nothing feels like it is there only to look cool. Every scene pushes the story forward and keeps the audience excited. One of the best thing about this movie is its suspense. You can never fully trust anyone because every character has their own goal. Sometimes a person looks like a friend, but later that some person creates a new problem. Sometimes a enemy suddenly helps the hero. This keeps the audience guessing all the time. The screenplay is writing in a way that every 20 or 30 minutes times important happens. Because of this, you never feel bored. Even during small conversations, you feel that something important is hidden behind the words. That is why every dialogue become meaningful. Another thing I really liked is the chemistry between Ethan and Grace. At first, they do not trust each other. Grace only wants to survive while Ethan Hunt wants to complete his mission. Slowly, they began to understand each other and their teamwork becomes stronger. Their conversations are also brings small moments of humor which give the audience a chance to relax before another big action scene begins. The movie balance action, emotion, suspense, and comedy very well. That balance is one of the biggest reason why the movie feels interesting from start to finish. The movie also asks an interesting question: can technology become more powerful than human beings? Today, we all depend on phones, computers, and the internet. This movie imagine what could happen if a artificial intelligence becomes impossible to control. Instead of only showing action, the movie also makes the audience thinking about the future. That idea makes the story feel fresh and modern. Even after the action scene are over, these questions stay in your mind. That is the shine of a good thriller because it entertains you while also making you think. The production quality is also fantastic. Every location looks beautiful, every costume matches the character, and every vehicle trends and building adds more style of the movie. The visual effects are used carefully so most scenes feel natural instead of fake. This makes the experience much more enjoyable by this point. The movie completely pulls you into its world and you feel like you are traveling with Ethan Hunt on one impossible mission after another. Now let's talk about the impossible side of the movie because many people think Mission Impossible is only about action, but that is not true. This movie also shows friendship, trust, sacrifice, and responsibility. Ethan Hunt always believed that every life is important. He never want to leave his teammate behind, even if completing the mission become more difficult. This quality makes him different from many other action heroes. He is always ready to risk his own life to save someone else. That is why the audience respect him so much. Through the movie, Ethan Hunt has too many difficult decisions. Sometimes he has to choose between saving one person or completing the mission. These moments create a strong emotions because there is no perfect answer. Whether decision he makes, someone always has to face the consequence. This makes the story feel realistic instead of simple. The movie reminds us that being a hero is not only about fighting enemies, it is also about making the right decision when every option looks dangerous. The relationship between Benji Dunn, Luther Strickle, and Ethan Hunt is one of the strongest parts of the movie. They trust each other without asking too many questions. Even when the situation becomes impossible, they continue working together. Their teamwork also show that one person alone can't win every battle. Success comes when people support each other. This message is simple but very powerful. The movie also introduced Parrish, who is one of the most interesting character. She speaks very little, but her action say everything. Whenever he appears on a screen, the tension immediately becomes higher. She looks fearless, dangerous, and completely forced on her mission. Every fight improve Parrish feels different because she is fast, strong, and unpredictable. You never know you never know what it's going to do next, and that makes a screen exciting. Another great thing about this movie is that it respects the audience intelligence. The film does not explain everything again and again. It accepts the audience to pay attention to every conversation, every clue, and every small detail. Sometimes a small scene at the beginning becomes very important much later when everything connects together. The audience feels satisfied. This smart storytelling makes the movie even more better after watching it for the second time because you notice many details that you missed before. The action scenes are designed in a very realistic way. Instead of showing impossible superhero powers, the movie shows real danger during every fight, every chase, and every escape. You feel that anything can happen. Even Ethan Hunt looks tired, injured, and under pressure. Because of this, every victory feels earned. Nothing comes easily. Every success requires courage, planning, and teamwork. The movie also uses silence very well in many scenes. There is no loud music, no unnecessary dialogue, only the expression of the characters. This silent moment increases the suspense even more because the audience keeps waiting for something unexpected to happen. Then suddenly the action begins and the excitement reaches another level. If we talk about the direction, it is outstanding. Every scene has a purpose, every character has important, and every location adds something new to the story. The movie never forgets its main goal, which is to entertain the audience while keeping the suspense alive until the very end. Even though the runtime is long, the movie keeps moving forward with new surprises, bigger action scene, and stronger emotions by this point, you completely forget the time because you become fully connected with the journey of Ethan and his team. Now, let me talk about the overall experience of watching this movie. This is not the type of movie that only depends on action. It gives you action, suspense, emotion, mystery, and adventure together. Every time you think the story is slowing down, a new twist changes everything. That is why the movie keeps your attention from the beginning to the end. Even after watching for more than 2 hours, you still want to know what will happen next. Very few action movies can keep this level of excitement, and this movie does that successfully. One thing that impressed me the most is how carefully every mission is planned. Ethan Hunt never starts a mission without thinking. Every step needs perfect timing, but the internet part is that things never go according to the plan. Every few minutes something unexpected happens, and then Ethan has to create a completely new plan within seconds. Watching him solve impossible situations is one of the biggest reason why this series is loved all over the world. The movie also shows that trust is one of the most valuable things in life. Ethan Hunt trusts Mangione, Luther Strickle, and later Grace, even when the situation becomes very dangerous. At the same time, the movie also reminds us that not every deserves trust. Some people hide the truth, some people change sides, and some people only care about their own benefit. Because of this, every conversation becomes important, and every new character creates another question in your mind. You keep wondering who is telling the truth and who is playing another game behind the scene. Another reason why this movie feels different is its realistic action. Nowadays, many action movies use too much computer generated imaginary or CGI, but Mission Impossible try to make the action look as real as possible. Because of this, every jump, every chase, every fight, and every danger moment feels more exciting. The audience feels the risk because the scene look natural. This creates a stronger connection between the audience and the character. The pacing of the movie is very good. Some scenes are fast, full of action and full of energy. Then suddenly the movie become quiet and give the audience time to understand the story. After that, another exciting sequence begins. This balance keeps the movie fresh. If every scene had only action, the audience would become tired. If every scene had only talking, the movie would become slow. But this film balanced both things perfectly. I also liked how every location feels unique. The movie tracks the audience from one country to another, and every place has its own atmosphere. Sometimes you see beautiful street, sometimes crowded cities, sometimes old buildings, and sometimes dangerous palace where every second feels important. These different locations make the movie look grand and give the audience the feeling of traveling around the world with Ethan Hunt. Now let's talk about the dialogue. The conversations are simple but meaningful. No one is speak unnecessary word. Every dialogue either explain the story, increase the suspense, or develops a character. Even during a serious moment, the movie includes a small funny scene that makes you smile. This balance between serious and light moment keep the audience emotionally connected. The, the background score deserves special praise. The famous Mission Impossible themes starts at the right moment and immediately increase the excitement. During emotional scene, the music becomes soft. During danger scene, the music becomes powerful. Because of this, the audience feels every emotion more deeply. Good music can completely change the impact of a scene, and this movie proved that one again. Another strong point is the cinematography. Every frame looks beautiful. The camera moves smoothly during action scene, making everything easy to understand. Many action movies become confusing because of fast editing, but here the audience but here the audience can clearly see what is happening. That is why every fight feels more enjoyable, every chase looks exciting, and every stunt creates a feeling of real danger. The movie also explores an important idea about the future. As technology becomes more powerful, beings also become more dependent on it. The story asks whether artificial intelligence should have so much control or information. This question feels very relevant in today's world because technology become a part of our everyday life. Instead of giving easy answer, the movie also the allow the audience to think about this issue themselves. By the time the movie reaches its final part, the tension becomes much higher, every decision becomes more important, every mistake become more dangerous, every character has something important to lose. That is why the emotional moment become stronger than before. You start caring about the characters because the movie has spent enough time developing them. This emotional connection makes the action scene even more powerful because now the audience truly cares about the outcome. Overall, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is not just another action movie, it is a complete entertainment package with exciting action, a smart storytelling, memorable characters, emotional moment, and world-class adventure. It proved once again why Ethan Hunt is one of the greatest action heroes in cinema. By the end of the movie, you will definitely want to watch the next chapter because the story leave you excited for what comes next. Now, let me share my personal opinion about this movie. I think Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part one Part One is one of those rare action movies that gives much more than only action. It gives a complete cinematic experience from the opening scene to the ending. The movie keeps building curiosity. Every time one question gets answered, another bigger question appears. Because of this, you never lose interest. You always want to know what will happen in the next scene. That is the biggest success of the movie. One thing I noticed while watching this film is that every character has a different personality. Ethan Hunt believe in protecting people at any cost. Grace believe that survival is the most important thing. Benji Dunn always try to solve problems with technology and intelligence. Luther Strickle always stay calm and thinking before taking action. On the other hand, Gabriel creates fear whenever he goes because every character thinks differently. Their conversation becomes interesting. Nobody feels like a copy or another character. Another thing that deserves appreciation is the way the movie creates pressure. Sometimes there is a countdown. Sometimes there is only one chance to escape. Sometimes one wrong decision can change everything. During these moments, the audience almost forget to blink because every second feels important. And this is the power of good direction and a strong storytelling. The movie also avoids unnecessary romance instead of spending too much time on love stories. It keeps its focus on the mission. This makes the movie feel more serious. Every scene has a purpose, every scene moves the story forward. There are very few moments where you feel that the movie is wasting time. Even the small conversation become useful later in the story. One of the favorite parts is how the entity controls everything without directly fighting anyone. Normally, in action movies, the villain only uses weapons, but here, the biggest weapon is information. However, controls information control the future. This idea makes the entity one of the most unique villains in modern action cinema. You can't simply punch it or shoot it. You have to outsmart it. That is why the movie feels fresh even after so many Mission Impossible films. The screenplay also deserves praise. Every important event happens at the right time. The movie slowly builds tension instead of showing everything at once. First, it introduced the mission, then it introduced the danger. After that, it increased the risk, risk little by little until the audience reaches the final act with full excitement. This gradual building up make the climax much more satisfying. Talking about performance, Tom Cruise once again proved why he is one of the biggest action star in the world. His dedication is clearly visible in every scene, whether he is running, climbing, fighting, or simply talking. He completely become Ethan Hunt. His expression during emotional scene are just as powerful as his action scene. His balance between action and emotional is not easy, but he does it naturally. Grace also leaves a strong impression at first. She looks like someone who only wants to escape trouble, but slowly he becomes an important part of the mission. Watching her learn, change, and grow as a character is very enjoyable. Her chemistry with Ethan and feels naturally because both characters slowly began to understand each other instead of becoming friends immediately. Paris has fewer dialogues, but her screenplay is unforgettable. The moment she enters a scene, the danger immediately increase. She doesn't need long space to look powerful. Her action are enough to show how dangerous she is. If we talk about entertainment value, this movie delivers almost everything. It has suspense, mystery, emotional action, adventure, and humor, beautiful visuals, and memorable characters. That is why different types of audience can enjoy it. Whether you love action, thriller, or spy stories, this movie has something for everyone. Now, if we look at the trailer from a storytelling point of view, Marvel has been very careful. They are not trying to impress the audience only with action. Instead, they are slowly building a story that feels much bigger than one movie. Every scene looks like it has a purpose. Even a small shot of a character or a locations feel important. This is one reason why fans have started watching the trailer again and again. The opening scene are created a feeling that the world is no longer safe. The cities look damaged and the sky looks dark, and people seem afraid. Without showing too much, Marvel tells us that something terrible has already happened before the main battle even begins. This creates suspense because the audience want to know what caused all this destruction. One thing I really enjoyed is how the trailer respect every hero. No one looks weak or unless Thor looks like a true good of thunder. Doctor Strange looks like the protector of magic. Captain America looks like the leader who is ready to guide everyone. Spider-Man may be younger than the others, but the trailer shows that he has become much more confident. Even Hero has a different role, and together they look like one powerful team. Now let's talk about Doctor Doom because he is clearly the center of this trailer. One thing I noticed is that Marvel is not showing him as a angry villain. Instead, he looks calm, patient, and completely in control. That makes him more frightening, unusual. The most dangerous person is the one who does not lose control. His expression are simple, but they carry a lot of meaning. When he looks at the heroes, it feels as if he already know the result of the battle. His costume is also one of the strongest parts of his character. The green cloak, the metal mask, and the loyal armor make him look different from every Marvel villain we have seen before. The design gives him a powerful identity, even if someone has never read the Marvel comics, they can immediately understand that this character is going to be a major threat. The trailer also gives us a feeling that the Avengers are not fully prepared. They look brave, but they also look worried. The story more interesting because when heroes are too powerful, there is no suspense, but when they are facing someone stronger than themselves, every battle becomes exciting. It feels like every decision they make could change the future of entire multiverse. Another detail that impressed me was the use of silence. Some of the best moments in the trailer happen when nobody is speaking. The camera simply show the faces of the heroes. Thor looks determined, Doctor Strange looks thoughtful, Spider-Man looks focused, and Doctor Doom looks completely fearless. These silent moments allow the audience to understand emotional without long dialogues. The action choreography also looks very clean. Every punch, every magical attack, every explosion, and every movement is easy to follow. Sometimes superhero movies become confusing because too many things happen at the same time. But in this trailer, every action scene looks clear and well planned. That is a very good sign for the final movie. I also liked how Marvel used different locations. Some places look like Earth, while others look completely unknown. There are castles, broken cities, strange landscape, and mysterious building. This gives the feeling that the story will travel across many worlds instead of staying in one palace. That makes the adventure feel much bigger. The background score deserves special praise. At one moment, it is soft and emotional, and in the next moment it becomes loud and powerful. The music works together with the visuals to create excitement. Even after the trailer ends, the music stays in your mind. That is the sign of a memorable trailer. There are also many moments that fans are already discussing. Some people believe Marvel has hidden important clues about future movies. Others think that some scenes are actually trying to mislead the audience. Marvel has done this before, so it is possible that not everything in the trailer will happen actually the way we accept. One thing is certain, this trailer has started a hack conversation among Marvel fans. Everyone is sharing theories, making production, and discussing every frame. That is exactly what a successful trailer should do. It should make people curious, excited, and ready to watch the movie on the first day. And while watching this trailer, I keep feeling that Marvel is trying to bring back the same excitement that fans feel during the journey toward Avenger Endgame. Whether the movie reaches that live or not, we can only know after its release. But based on the trailer alone, the scale, the visuals, the performance, and the mystery all suggest that Avengers Doomsday is aiming to be one of the biggest superhero events ever. Now, let us look at the trailer in even more detail. When I watched it for the first time, I enjoyed the action, but when I watched it again and again, I start noticing many details. This is one of the biggest qualities of a good Marvel trailer. Every time you watch it, you find something new. Sometimes it is a hidden symbol, sometimes it is a character standing in the background, and sometimes it is only a few seconds of a scene that can completely change the meaning of the story. The first thing that impressed me was the confidence of Doctor Who. He never looks nervous, he never looks confused. Instead, he behaves like someone who has already planned everything. This type of villain is always dangerous because he does not depend only on power, he depends on his intelligence, patience, and perfect planning. Even before the battle starts, the trailer makes us feel that Doctor Doom is always one step ahead of the Avengers. Another thing I noticed is that Marvel is giving every hero a different emotion. Thor looks like a hero who has already faced many war and is ready for more one. His face show experience. He is no longer fighting because he wants glory, he is fighting because he wants to protect innocent people. Dr. Strange looks completely different. His expressions tell us that he understands how serious the situation is. He looks like someone who has seen many possible futures but still can't find a easy solution. This curiosity because the audience starts thinking that maybe even the strongest magician can't stop what is coming. The trailer also gives a short but memorable look at Spider-Man. His body language is more mature than before. We remember him as a young hero, but now he looks like someone who has accepted big responsibilities. Even without many dialogue, his face tells us that he is ready to start beside the greatest heroes of Earth. One thing that makes this trailer different from many other superhero trailers is the feeling of danger. Usually, we know that the heroes will win, but this trailer gets a different feeling. It makes us believe that anyone can lose, anyone can be defeated, anyone can make a sacrifice. This uncertainty makes everything more exciting because we do not know what will happen next. The visual style of the trailer is also very impressive. Marvel has chosen darker colors instead of very bright ones. The damaged cities, cold skies, broken buildings, and silent battlefield all create a serious atmosphere. This does not feel like a simple superhero adventure. It feels like the future of the entire multiverse is at risk. I also liked how the trailer balanced hope and fear. On one side, we have powerful heroes like Thor, Captain America, Doctor Strange, and Spider Man standing together. On the other side, we have Doctor Doom, who look calm enough to face all of them alone. This balance makes the battle feel fair and excited. Another detail that deserves appreciation is the editing. The trailer never stays too long on one scene. It keeps moving from one exciting moment to another. But even with this fast pace, it never feels confusing. Every shot has a purpose, and every transaction feels smooth. The sound design also deserves praise. The heavy footsteps, the sound of magic, the thunder of Thor, the explosions, and even the silence uh, between scene all make the trailer feel bigger. These are small detail, but they create a cinema like experience even while watching the trailer on a phone. Another interesting thing is that Marvel has not shown all the characters clearly. Some heroes appear only for a few seconds. This tells us that Marvel is still hiding many surprises. They want the audience to keep guessing until the movie is released. This market strategy has worked very well because fans are discussing very frame on YouTube and social media. If we compare this trailer with some recent Marvel trailers, this one feels much more serious. It has less comedy and more tension. The focus is clearly on the story, the villain, and the emotional journey of the heroes. Personally, I think this is the right direction because movies with bigger emotional stakes usually leave a strong impact on the audience. Another reason why this trailer feels special is that it respects the audience imagination. It does not explain everything. It allows fans to think, discuss, and create trailer on theories. That is one of the biggest reason why people keep watching it repeatedly. And while watching this trailer, I kept asking myself one question: if Marvel is showing only this much in the trailer, then how many bigger surprises are still hidden inside the full movie? Maybe we have seen only 10% of real story. The biggest moments are still waiting for us. Now let us talk about something that many people are discussing after watching this trailer. Marvel has not introduced a new villain, but it it also looks like the studio is starting a complete new chapter after Avengers Endgame. Many fans felt that Marvel movies were not giving the same excitement as before. Some movies were good, some were average, and some divided the audience. But after watching the Avenger Doomsday 2026 trailer, many fans feel that Marvel is finally trying to bring back that old magic. The trailer gives a feeling that this movie is not only about one fight, it is about rebuilding the Avenger. Every hero looks more experienced, more serious, and more careful. It feels like they have learned from every battle they fought in the past. They know that one small mistake can destroy everything. One thing that really catch my attention was the way Doctor Doom is presented. Marvel is not rushing his character. Instead, they are slowly making him feel larger than life. Every time the camera show him, the background music becomes heavy, the atmosphere becomes darker, and the audience immediately understand that someone extremely powerful has arrived. His body language is another reason why he looks so danger. He does not run toward the heroes. He does not look angry. He simply stands with complete confidence. Is this tells us that he believes he is stronger than anyone standing in front of him. A villain who never loses confidence is always more interesting than a villain who only depends on brute force. The trailer also makes us think about the future of the adventure. We already know heroes like Thor have fought many impossible battles. Doctor Doom has protect reality many times. Spider-Man has already sacrificed his personal life to save others. Captain America has always been the symbol of hope, but this trailer makes it feels like all their previous victories were only preparing them for this one final challenge. Another detail that impressed me was the way Marvel used lighting. In many scenes, the heroes are standing in darkness while only a small amount of light falls on their faces. This simple visual effect creates a feeling that hope is still alive even when everything around them is falling apart. The trailer also gives us many scenes where the heroes are looking at something outside the screen. Marvel never show us exactly what they are seeing. This is a clear technique because it increases curiosity. The audience starts asking questions. What is so powerful that even heroes like Thor and Doctor Strange look shocked? It is Doctor Doom alone, or is there something even bigger hidden from us? Now, let's talk about the action. One thing I noticed is that every action scene has weight. Every punch feels powerful. Every magical attack feels dangerous. Every explosions feel real. Marvel is not filling the trailer with random action. Every fight looks connected to the story. That makes the action much more enjoyable because we care about what is happening. The CGI also looks much better than some recent Marvel projects. The environment, magical effects, building, sky, and battle all look detailed. Nothing looks unfinished. If the final movie keeps the same level of quality, then the visual experience will be fantastic on the biggest screen. Another interesting point is the emotional expression of the heroes. Sometimes a single look tells a bigger story than a long speech. Thor looks tried but determined. Doctor Strange looks worried but focused. Spider-Man looks brave, even though he know the danger is much bigger than before. These small expressions make the trailer feel human, not just full of special effects. Marvel has also done a great job with pacing. The trailer starts slowing, give us time to understand the word, then it slowly increases the tension. After that, it gives us fast action scene before becoming quiet action again. This up and down rhythm keep the audience interested from beginning to end. One thing that I personally loved was how mysterious the trailer remains. Even after watching it many times, I still feel that I still feel there are many secrets hidden inside it. Some scenes last only 1 or 2 seconds, but fans have already started creating long theories about them that show how carefully Marvel has edited this trailer. Another topic that fans are discussing is whether every hero shown in the trailer will survive the movie. Marvel has a story of surprising its audience. Because of that, many people believe that film will include heartbreaking moment and unexpected twist. The trailer does not confirm anything, but it creates that feeling very successfully. I also think the trailer respect long time Marvel fans. If you have been watching Marvel movies for many years, many scenes will remind you of earlier adventure. At the same time, even new viewer can enjoy the trailer because it focused on simple emotion like courage, hope, sacrifice, friendship, and responsibility. And one final thing I noticed while watching the trailer again was the confidence of Marvel itself. The studio is clearly saying that this is not just another superhero movie. They want this film to become a major event for cinema. Looking at the scale, the visuals, the performance, and the mystery, it definitely feels like Marvel is aiming for something much bigger than a ordinary Avengers film. Now let me talk about one of the most interesting parts of this trailer. It is the feeling that every hero is carrying a heavy burden. In older Marvel movies, many heroes used jokes even during danger situations, but in this trailer, almost every character looks serious. Their faces show that they understand how important this battle is. This chance is shown makes the movie feel more mature and more emotional. When we first see Thor, he looks calm, but inside we can feel the pain of everything he has lost. He has already fought against impossible enemies, but this film is expression tell us that the coming battle is different. His eyes are full of determination, and it feels like he is ready to give everything once again to protect innocent people. That is why Thor continues to be one of the most respected heroes in the Marvel universe. The scene of Doctor Strange are also very powerful. His magic looks stronger than ever. But what impressed me more was his expression. He looks like a person who has seen something terrible. It feels as if he already know the price of victory is. This creates a feeling that the battle is not only physical but also emotional and mental. Spider-Man appears for only a short time, but his presence is enough to make fans excited. After everything that happened in his previous journey, he now looks more confident and responsible. His body language tells us that he is no longer the youngest hero who needs help. Instead, he looks ready to stand beside the greatest Avengers and fight as a equal. Now, coming to Doctor Doom, Marvel has presented him in a very different way from other villains. He does not try to scare people by shooting or showing anger. Instead, he scares people with his silence. Every time he appears on the screen, the atmosphere changes immediately. The background music becomes deeper, the camera moves more slowly, and the audience starts paying full attention to him. This is the sign of a well written villain. Another thing that deserves appreciation is the costume design. Every hero looks unique, but Doctor Doom has the most unforgettable appearance. His green cloak, shining metal mask, and powerful armor give him the look of a king rather than a ordinary enemy. Even if he say nothing, is appearance alone creates fear. The trailer also suggests that teamwork will be the biggest strength of the Avengers. No single hero looks powerful enough to stop Doctor Doom alone. Captain America, Thor, Doctor Strange, Spider Man, and the other heroes will have to trust each other completely. This idea has always been the heart of every Avengers movie, and this trailer reminds us of that once again. One small detail that many people may not notice is the camera movement. During hero scene, the camera often moves slowly, allowing us to feel their emotions. But during action scene, the camera becomes faster and more energetic. This simple change make every fight feel bigger without confusing the audience. The lighting also play a very important role. The dark sky, broken building, and glowing magic effects create beautiful contrast. Sometimes we only see the face of a hero while everything around them is covered in darkness. These visuals make the trailer look almost like a painting. Another point I want to mention is the background score. The music never feels too loud or unnecessary. Instead, it follows the emotions of each scene. When the heroes are thinking the most, the music becomes slow and emotional. When the battle begins, it becomes powerful and exciting. This balance makes the trailer enjoyable from beginning to end. The editing is also excellent. The trailer never reveals too much. It only gives us short gameplay says open important moments. Because of this, every fan starts creating different theories. Some believe there are hidden heroes who have not been shown. Other think Marvel has removed important scenes from the trailer to protect the biggest superheroes. This mystery is one of the strongest parts of the trailer. The scale of the movie also looks incredible, from giant battlefield to magical world and futuristic locations. Every palace looks larger than life. It feels like Marvel has spent a lot of time making every environment looks realistic and beautiful. One more thing I really enjoyed is that the trailer respect both old fans and new viewers. Long-time Marvel fans will notice many references to previous movies, while new viewers can still enjoy the action, emotions, and mystery without feeling completely lost. As I watched the trailer again and again, I kept feeling that Marvel is trying to create something unforgettable. They are not simply making another superhero film, they are building a movie that could become one of the biggest event in Marvel history. Whether it reaches that level or not will one be known after the release, but based on its trailer alone, the excitement is completely justified. Now, let us talk about the overall feeling that this trailer gives to the audience. After watching it many times, I feel that Marvel is trying to tell us that this movie is going to be very different from the previous Avengers films. This is not only about superheroes fighting a powerful villain, it feels like every decision made by the heroes will affect the future of the entire multiverse. That is why every scene carries so much weight. One thing I noticed immediately was how carefully Marvel introduced every character. They did not try to show long action scene for each hero. Instead, they give each other a few meaningful moments. Those small moments tell us about their emotions, their confidence, and their state of mind before the biggest battle of their lives. When Thor appears, he looks like someone who has expected every pain that life has given him. He is no longer fighting to prove that he is strong. He is fighting because protecting people has become his duty. His face is serious, his body language is powerful, and every scene reminds us why he has remained one of the strongest Avengers for so many years. Then we see Doctor Strange using his magical powers, but the most important thing is not the magic itself, it is the expression on his face. He looks very thoughtful and completely focused. It almost feels as if he know that this battle could change reality forever. Marvel does not explain his thoughts, but his performance alone creates many questions in the minds of the audience. The short appearance of Spider-Man is very interesting. We all know how much he has suffered in the past. Because of those experiences, he now looks much more mature. The trailer show him standing with confidence beside the older heroes, and that small moment tells us how much his character has grown. Now let us return to Doctor Doom because he is clearly the biggest attraction of this trailer. Marvel has given him a unforgettable screen presence. Even when he is standing still, he becomes the center of attention. His calm voice, slow movements, and fearless attitude make him feel like someone who believes that victory already belonged to him. Another reason why Doctor Doom feels different is that he looks like a leader instead of just a villain. His costume, his posture, and the way the camera presents him all suggest that he is someone with a grand vision. He does not look interested in causing simple destruction. It feels like he has a much bigger goal, and that mystery makes his character even more exciting. The trailer also gives us the feeling that the Avengers are entering a battle without knowing the complete truth. They know the danger is real, but they may not know how powerful Doctor Doom truly is. This creates suspense because the audience starts wondering whether the hero are ready for what is waiting ahead. One of the strongest parts of the trailer is the visual storytelling. Marvel does not depend only on dialogue. Many scenes tell the story through expressions, lighting, camera angle, and music. Even if you watch the trailer without sound, you can still understand that the world is facing its greatest threat. The action scenes are designed very well. Every magical attack from Doctor Strange looks powerful. Every movement of Thor feels heavy and full of strength. Every appearance of a Spider-Man brings speed and energy. And whenever Doctor Doom enters the screen, everything suddenly becomes slower and more intense. This difference makes him look even more powerful. The trailer also uses silence in a brilliant way. Sometimes there is no dialogue for several seconds. We only hear the background music while the heroes look at the battlefield. These moments allow the audience to feel that fear, hope, and determination of the characters without anyone saying a single word. Another thing I really appreciate was the attention to small details, the damaged buildings, broken statues, dark clouds, magical symbol, and glowing energy energy effects all help create a world that feel alive. Nothing looks random. Every location seems to have its own story. Marvel has also been very smart with its marketing. They have shown enough to create excitement, but they have hidden enough to keep fans guessing. That is why people are making videos, writing theories, and discussing every second of this trailer. A successful trailer should leave the audience with more questions than answer, and this one does exactly that. Another interesting thing is that this trailer creates emotions investment. We already care about these heroes because we have followed their journey for many years. Seeing them preparing for another impossible battle immediately creates a emotional connection. We do not want to see them fail, and that makes everything even more powerful. As I continued watching the trailer, I kept noticing that Marvel is giving equal importance to both hero and the villain. Many superhero movies make the villain feel weak, but here Doctor Doom looks just as important as the adventure themselves. This balance is very important because a strong hero always needs a strong enemy. The more I watched this trailer, the more I felt that Marvel is trying to create a film that fans will remember for many years. The scale, the mystery, the emotional moment, the action, the music, and the performance all work together to create a feeling that something truly hug is about to happen. And honestly, that is exactly what fans expect from a Avenger movie. Now let us look at the trailer from another point of view. A great trailer is not the one that shows the biggest action scene. A great trailer is the one that makes people excited without revealing the complete story. In my opinion, Avengers Doomsday 2026 does exactly that. After the trailer ends, the audience is left with many questions instead of many answers, and that is one of the biggest strength. The first thing I noticed after watching the trailer several times was that almost every important scene is very short. Marvel is giving us all a small piece of the story. One scene shows Thor looking forward the battlefield, another scene shows Doctor Strange using powerful magic, then we Spider-Man for only a few seconds before the trailer moved to another scene. This fast editing keeps the audience excited because no moment stay on the screen for too long. Now let us focus once again on Doctor Doom. In my opinion, he already feels like one of the most powerful villains Marvel has ever shown in a trailer. Not because he destroys buildings or fires many heroes, but because of the way he carries himself. His confidence is unbelievable. He stands in front of danger without showing even a little fear. That makes him look much stronger than a villain who only depends on physical power. Another interesting thing is the way Marvel has designed his costume. The metal mask hides most of his face, but somehow his emotions are still easy to understand, even without showing many facial expression. The character feels alive. This is because of the body language, the voice, and the camera work. Marvel clearly want the audience to remember Doctor Doom from the very first trailer. The heroes also look different from their previous appearance. Thor looks older, wiser, and more experienced. Doctor Strange looks more serious than even before. Spider-Man looks like someone who has accepted great responsibility. Captain America continue to look like the leader who is ready to stand in front of danger without thinking about himself. One thing that really impressed me impressed me was the action. This emotional connection make the trailer much more stronger than one that only depend on explosions and special effects. The visual effects also deserve appreciation. The magical attack, the hug landscape, the damaged cities, and the mysterious sky all look beautiful. The CGI appear clean and detailed. Nothing feels rushed or unfinished. If the final movie maintains this level of quality, then the audience will have an amazing experience in the theater. Another thing I loved is the background score. The music does not simply play behind the scene. It actually tells part of the story. When the heroes are together, the music becomes hopeful. When Doctor Doom appears, the music becomes darker and heavier. During the action scene, it becomes fast and exciting. This perfect balance between music and visual make every scene feel more powerful. Marvel has also hidden many clues inside the trailer. Some scenes last only 1 or 2 seconds, but fans have already start discussing them. Many people believe that there are hidden references to future Marvel movies. Others think Marvel has intentionally removed some important scene to protect the biggest surprise. Whether these theories are true or not, one thing is certain: the trailer has successfully started conversation among millions of fans. The lighting is another area where Marvel has done an excellent job. Bright colors are used only when unnecessary. Most of the trailer use darker shades to create a serious atmosphere. This visual style makes the movie feel more realistic and more intense than many recent superhero films. One detail that many people may not notice is the way the camera introduces each hero. Instead of showing long action scenes, Marvel often begins with a close-up shot of character face. This allows the audience to understand the emotion before the action begins. It is a small filmmaking technique, but it makes a huge difference. As I watched the trailer again, I kept thinking that Marvel is trying to remind fans why they feel in love with the Avengers in the first place. It is not only because of powerful hero or amazing action, it is because of teamwork, sacrifice, friendship, hope, and grace. Those emotions are clearly visible throughout the trailer. The excitement surrounding this movie is already hug, and if the final film delivers a story along with these amazing visuals, then Avengers Doomsday 2026 could become one of the most talked about superhero movies of the decades. Now, let me talk about something that I found very interesting after watching this trailer many times. Usually, when we watch a superhero trailer, we remember only the action scene. But in the trailer of Avenger Doomsday 2026, I remembered the emotions first. Every hero looks like they know that this battle may change their lives forever. That emotional feeling stay in your mind even after the trailer ends. The trailer begins with a serious atmosphere, and from the moment it never feels like a normal superhero movie. Every location looks damaged, the sky looks darker and usual, the environment itself tells us that something terrible has happened or is about to happen. Marvel has used these visuals very clearly because even before the characters speak, we already understand the danger. When Thor appears on screen, his presence immediately creates. Now, the story becomes even more serious. Lauren understands that every hour is important. The secret list is still missing, and many people are ready to kill for it. Nobody wants this list to reach another country because it contains information that can change the future of many secret agents. This is no longer a simple mission, it has become a race against time. At the same time, David Parcival starts acting more secretly. Sometimes he gives useful information to Lauren, but later he behaves as if he knows much more than he is saying. These actions create many questions. Why is he hiding things? Is he protecting someone, or is he secretly working for another side? The movie never answers these questions quickly. Instead, it slowly builds curiosity, making the audience think after every scene. Meanwhile, Spyglass becomes the most important person in the city. Many agents are searching for him because he remembers every name from the secret list. Spyglass is always afraid because he knows that if he is catched, his life will end. Lauren promised to protect him, but she know she also knows that protecting one person in Berlin is almost impossible. Every street is full of danger, and everybody may have hidden enemies. One thing I really enjoyed in this movie is the way it creates suspense. There are many scenes where nobody is fighting, but you still feel nervous. A simple conversation inside a room become exciting because you never know if someone is telling the truth. Even a people standing quietly in the background can become important later. The movie asks the audience to observe every small detail. The direction of this movie is also very impressive. Every scene has a purpose, nothing feels unnecessary. Even when the movie becomes slow or a few minutes, it is actually preparing the audience for something much bigger. This balance between action and story makes the movie different from many other spy films. The action scene also deserve special praise. Lauren never fights like a superhero. She uses whatever she can find around her. Sometimes she uses a chair, sometimes a belt, sometimes a broken object lying on the floor. This makes every fight look realistic. The enemies are also strong, so every fight feels dangerous until the very end. Another great thing is the sound design during the action scene. Every punch, every kick, every broken glass, and every footstep sound powerful. During quiet scene, the movie becomes almost silent, making the audience focus only on the characters. This change between loud action and silent tension keeps the experience fresh from beginning to end. The movie also shows the emotional side of Florence without making her look weak. She knows that every mission has a price. Sometimes good people lose their lives, and sometimes difficult decisions have to be made for a bigger purpose. Even when she feels sadness, she continues moving forward because she knows the mission must be completed. As the story moves closer to its final part, the number of twists keeps increasing. Every new discovery changes the meaning of the previous scene. The audience starts remembering old conversations because suddenly those small moments become very important. This is one of the smartest parts of the screenplay. The writers leave small clues throughout the movie, but most people notice them only after the truth starts coming out. The Cold War background also makes the story more interesting. Different countries are secretly trying to gain a advantage over each other. Nobody wants to lose information and nobody wants to trust another country completely. Because of this political situation, every character has their own goal. Some people want power, some want survival, and some simply want freedom. By this point, Lauren realized that finding the secret list is only one part of the mission. The bigger challenge is finding out who is truly loyal and who has been lying from the beginning. Every answer brings another mystery, and every mystery pushes the story forward a powerful climax. As a viewer, you feel that something hug is about to happen, but you still can't guess exactly who anything will end. Now, the movie enters its most exciting part. By this time, Lauren has collected many clues, but instead of making the mission easier, every clue makes the situation more dangerous. She starts connecting small pieces of information that looked un- unimportant before. Slowly, she understands that someone has been controlling everything from behind the scene. This person is always one step ahead, making it almost impossible for Lauren to know whom she should trust. At this stage, every character begins showing a different side of their personality. The people who looked honest at the beginning now become suspicious. On the other hand, now some characters who looked dangerous start happening in unexpected way. This this constant change keeps the audience thinking. Every few minutes, the story changes direction, and you are forced to guess what will happen next. The screenplay is written in a very smart way. Instead of explaining everything Through long conversation, the movie lets the audience discover the truth little by little. A small look, a short dialogue, or even a silent moment becomes meaningful later. When you watch the movie for the second time, you notice many detail that you missed during the fight. Watch another thing, the deserve appreciation is the performance of Lauren. She keeps she speaks with confidence, but she never talks more than unnecessary. She carefully watches every person face before unanswering. Even when she smiles, it is difficult to know what she is really thinking. This makes her one of the strongest spy character in modern action movies. The Berlin setting is also a major reason why the movie feels special. The old street, broken buildings, dark tunnels, runway station, and empathy road create a feeling that danger is everywhere. Even during daytime, the city looks cold and lonely. At night, the lights and shadows make every location feel mysterious. The camera uses these locations beautifully, making Berlin almost feel like another important character in the story. The movie also uses silence very effectively. Many action films depend only on loud music, but Atomic Blonde know when to stay quiet. During several scenes, you hear only footsteps, breathing, or the sound of the wind. These small sounds increase the tension because the audience feel that something unexpected is about to happen. As the mission moves forward, Lauren realizes that protecting a spyglass is becoming almost impossible. Too many people are following them. Every road has enemies, every building has hidden danger, and every escape plan become more difficult than the last one. She has to make quick decisions without knowing whether they are right or wrong. This pressure makes every scene more exciting. One of the one of the strongest parts of the movie is the villains are not shown as simple bad people. One of the strongest parts of the movie is that villains are not shown as simple bad people. Mm, this creates a battle that is not only physical but also mental. The movie also reminds us that in the world of space, truth is never simple. Every agency say it is fighting for justice, but every agency also hides secrets. Nobody tells the complete trust because everyone has their own mission. This makes the audience question every decision made by every character. As we move closer to the climax, the suspense becomes stronger than ever. Every conversation feels important, every action has a hidden meaning. The audience know that the final twist is very close, but the movie still refuses to reveal. Instead, it keeps building excitement step by step. This is where Atomic Blonde becomes much more than a action movie. It becomes a story about trust, betrayal, loyalty, survival, and sacrifice. Every character is forced to make difficult choices, and every choice has serious consequences. That is why the final part of the movie feels so powerful because everything that happened from the beginning slowly starts coming together. Now the movie reaches the point where every small decision becomes very important. Lorraine is no longer just following clues, now she is trying to stay alive while completing her mission. Every minute feels dangerous because she knows that someone is always watching her. Even when she enters a quiet room, she first looks around carefully before saying a single word. This show how experienced she is as a secret agent. As the investigation continues, Lorraine starts remembering many conversations that happened earlier in the movie. At first, those conversations looked normal, but now she realizes that they were actually giving small hints. This is one of the biggest strengths of Atomic Blonde. The movie never gives all the answers immediately. Instead, it rewards the audience for paying attention from the very beginning. The tension between Lauren and David Parcival also becomes much stronger. Every time they meet, it feels like both of them are hiding something. They talk politely, but their eyes tell a different story. Neither of them fully believes the other. Every sentence looks like a test. One wrong answer could completely change the situation. One thing I really liked is how the movie makes intelligence more important than strength. In many action movies, the hero only wins because they fight better than anyone else. But in Atomic Blonde, the biggest weapon is information. Whoever has the correct information controls the game. This idea makes the story feel fresh and different. The action scene also become bigger as the movie moves forward. There are fast chases through the street of Berlin, dangerous escape and close fights where every second matters. Lauren never looks relaxed during these moments. She is always thinking, always planning, and always searching for the safest way to complete the mission. Even after escaping one danger, another problem appears almost immediately. The cinematography deserves special praise. praise. Many scenes use reflection from mirrors and windows. Sometimes you see the character through glasses instead of directly. This visual style matches the story become nothing is completely clear. Just like the reflection, every character has two sides. What you see is not always the truth. The music also plays a very important role. Instead of using modern songs, the movie uses famous songs for the from the 1980th century. 1980th century. This song perfectly matches the Cold War setting. During action scene, the music increases the excitement. During emotional moment, it quietly supports the story without becoming too loud. This balance makes every scene more memorable. Another interesting point is that Lauren rarely shows fear on her face. Even when she is surrounded by enemies, she is calm, but the movie gives a small moment where you can see that she is under hug pressure. She is not fearless because danger does not exist. She is fearless because she keeps moving when danger is everywhere. The movie also avoids unnecessary comedy. There are a few light moments, but the overall atmosphere stays serious from beginning to end. This helps the audience remains fully connected to the story. Every scene feels important, and very little scene time is wasted. As the mystery becomes deeper, Lorraine starts asking herself one important question: what if the real enemy is someone outside the same system? This thought changes everything. Suddenly, every old meeting, every old conversation, and every old decision become suspicious. The audience also starts questioning every character they trusted before. The movie does a excellent job of creating an uncertainty. You never feel complete comfortable because the story can surprise you at any moment. Just when it looks like Lauren has solved the mystery, another unexpected event changes everything again. By this point, the audience is completely involved in the story. The action is exciting, the mystery is growing, and the truth is still hidden. Every scene pushes the movie closer to its final reveal, but the writers continue holding back the biggest secrets. This slow building up is one of the main reasons why Atomic Blonde remains such a engaging spy thriller. Now the story reaches its most dangerous stage. At this point, Lauren understands that the mission is much bigger than the imagined. In the beginning, she believed she only had to recover the secret list, but now she realized that the list is connected to a much larger network of spies, secret agencies, and hidden plans. Every person she has met since arriving in Berlin now become part of a much bigger puzzle. The movie becomes even more interesting because it never tells the audience what to believe. Instead, it shows different events from different point of view. One character says something, but another character give a completely different version of the same event. As a viewer, you have to decide whom you believe. This style make the story feel realistic because in the world of intelligence, truth is often hidden behind lies. Lauren now begins checking bigger risk. She enters Danger's palace without knowing who is waiting inside. Sometimes she has only a few seconds to make a decision. Should he run? Should he fight? Should he trust the person standing in front of her? Every choice can completely change the mission. Watching this moment keeps the audience on the edge of their seats. The movie also shows how lonely the life of a secret agent can be. Lauren can't call anyone for help. She can't tell anyone what she is feeling. She must carry every problem alone, even when she is badly injured. After a long fight, she gets up, clean herself, and continues moving forward because stopping is not an option. This makes her character even stronger in eyes of the audience. As the mission continues, David Percival becomes more mysterious than ever. Sometimes he believes like a lawyer partner, but in the very next scene he does something that creates doubt. This action never gives a clear answer. The audience keeps asking the same question again and again. What is Parsival really planning? Is he helping Lauren, or is he secretly leading her into danger? Another thing that makes this movie special is its realistic action. There are no impossible jump or unbelievable superhero moments. Every fight feels different. Even victories comes after pain and hard effort. Lauren becomes tired, loses her balance, get hit many times, and sometimes barely survives. Because of this, every action scene feels exciting from start to finish. The editing is also excellent. The movie moves between quiet conversation and intense action without feeling confusing. Every scene naturally connects to the next one. Even when the story is slow down, it is actually preparing the audience for another important discovery. Nothing feels unnecessary. The background music continues to play an important role. Sometimes a old 19th century song starts during a fight scene, creating a strange but exciting feeling. Instead of making the action feel lighter, the music makes the scene even more memorable. The combination of stylish visuals, powerful music, and realistic action gives Atomic Blonde its own unique identity. The Cold War setting also become more important as the movie moves forward. Different countries are trying to protect their own secrets. Every agency wants information, but nobody wants to share it. This political tension stay in the background of the atmosphere every scene. Even when two characters are simple talking, you know that much bigger events are happening around them. One of the smartest parts of the screenplay is that the movie respects the audience intelligence. It does not stop every few minutes to explain everything. Instead, it trusts the viewers to remember earlier scenes and connect the clues. This makes the final revelation much more satisfying because they feel earned instead of forced. As Lauren gets closer to the truth, she starts noticing that almost everyone has a hidden motive. Some people want power, some want money, some want revenge, others simply want to survive because every character has a personal goal. It becomes impossible to predict what they will do next. The constant uncertainty keeps the suspense alive until the very end. By this point, the audience feel the climax is very close. Every clue has been collected. Every major character has played a important role, but the biggest secret is still hidden. The movie keeps building tension step by step, making the viewer engaged to discover who has been telling the truth and who has been playing a dangerous game from the beginning. Now the movie enters the final stage before the climax, and this is where the story becomes even more exciting. Lauren has almost completed her mission, but the danger around her is greater than ever before. She knows that the person she is looking for is very close. Yet one small mistake can destroy everything she has worked for. Every step she takes feels heavy because she understands that there may not be another chance. By one, Lauren has earned one important lesson: never trust anyone too quickly. Every person she met in Berlin had their own secret. Every some lied to save themselves, some lied for their country, and some lied simply because they want more hidden behind beautiful words and friendly smiles. The audience also starts questioning every character because nobody looks completely innocent anymore. By now, Lauren has learned one important lesson: never truth anyone too quickly. Every person she met in Berlin had their own secret. Some lied to save themselves, some lied for their country, and some lied simply because they want more power. This created a world where truth is hidden behind beautiful words and friendly smiles. The audience also starts questioning every character because nobody looks completely innocent anymore. At the same time, David Parshall continues behaving in a strange way. Sometimes he speaks like an old friend of Lauren, but a few moments later he does something that creates even more doubt. The movie never clearly tells us whether Parshall is a hero or a villain. Instead, it leaves a small clues, allowing the audience to make their own guesses. This makes this is character one of the most interesting people in the movie. The screenplay becomes stronger because every earlier scene now starts connecting together. A small conversation that looked imagine meaningless is the beginning suddenly becomes very important. Even a short dialogue from the first half of the movie now has a complete different meaning. Their clever writing rewards viewers who have been paying attention from the start. Another thing I really appreciate was the confidence of Lauren. Even when she is surrounded by danger, She never loses control. She carefully studies every situation before acting. Sometimes she wins without throwing a single punch because she uses her intelligence instead of only her strength. This is what makes her such a unique hero action. The movie also show that information can be more powerful than weapons. Everyone is chasing the secret list because knowledge is the biggest source of power. A gun can defeat one person, but information can change the future of entire organization. This idea gives the movie much more depth than a normal action film. The action scene continue to impress. Every fight looks painful and realistic. When Lauren falls down, she does not immediately stand up like nothing happened. She struggles, feels pain, and still forces herself to continue. This realistic approach makes every victory feel earned instead of easy. The movie also uses lighting in a beautiful way. Many scenes are filled with blue and purple colors, while others use dark shadows to create mystery. These visuals are not only stylish but also match the emotions of the story. Whenever Lauren enters a dangerous place, the environment itself makes the audience feel uncomfortable before anything even happens. As the story moves closer to its final moment, the pace becomes faster. The quiet investigation slowly turns into danger chase. Secret meetings become life-threatening situation. Characters who were stalking peacefully only a few minutes ago suddenly find themselves fighting for survival. This constant chance keep the audience completely involved. One of the biggest strengths of Atomic Blonde is its balance. It never forget the story while showing action, and it never forget the action while telling the story. Both parts work together perfectly. Because of the balance, the movie feels exciting from beginning to almost the very end. By now, Lauren realized that the mission is about much more than finding a stolen list. It is also about discovering the truth hidden behind month of lies, secret plans, and betrayal. Every clue is finally leading toward one last answer, but the movie still keeps its biggest surprise hidden. As a viewer, you can feel that something unforgettable is about to happen. The suspense becomes stronger with every passing minute. Every conversation feels important. Every look between the character feels meaningful. The audience know that the truth is only a few scenes away, but the movie continues building excitement instead of revealing anything too quickly. At this point, Lauren is completely prepared for whether comes next. She Melo's friends face powerful enemies and risk her own life, but she also know that if she stops now, the entire mission will fail. So without looking back, she moves toward the final confrontation, ready to face the biggest challenge of her career. Now the movie reaches the point where every secret is about to come into the often, the atmosphere becomes heavier, the tension becomes stronger, and every character knows that the final moment of the mission are very close. Lauren has collected enough clues to understand that the truth is much bigger than anyone expected. But even now, she refuses to trust anyone completely because she knows that the biggest betrayal can happen at the very last moment. As Lauren moves through Berlin, she noticed that many people who were secretly watching her are now becoming one more active. Earlier, they stayed in the shadows, but now they began making their moves openly. This tells Lauren that time is running out. If she waits any longer, the secret list may disappear forever and the entire mission will become a failure. One thing that makes this parts of the movie so exciting is that almost every scene has two meanings. A normal conversation sounds simple on the surface, but hidden inside it are clues that only become clear later. The writing do a amazing job of making every dialogue important. Even a few simple words can completely change the audience understanding of the story. During these final moments before the climax, Lauren becomes even more careful. She watches every person's body language, every facial expression, and every small reaction. She know that experienced spies often reveal the truth without speaking a single word. Because of this, the movie gives many silent moments where the audience has to observe carefully instead of only listening. Meanwhile, David Parcival continues acting in a way that keeps everyone guessing. Sometimes he seems ready to help Lauren complete the mission. At other time, his action make him look like the most dangerous person in Berlin. The movie never gives a easy answer, and uncertainty makes every scene involving Parzival extremely interesting. Another thing I really liked is how the movie avoids simple heroes and simple villains. Every character believes they are doing the right thing. Some are fighting for their country, some are protecting secret information, some are only trying to survive. Because everyone has their own region, the audience understands that this is not a battle between good and evil, it is a battle between different goals and different loyalties. The action also becomes more intense. There are moments where Lauren has to fight without any time to prepare. She uses quick thinking instead of only strength. Sometimes she escapes by making smart decisions rather than defeating every enemy. This shows that intelligence is just important as physical ability. The movie also continues showing the real cost of being a spy. Every fight leaves injuries, every decision creates new problems. Lauren does not come out battles looking perfect. Her face shows bruises, her body shows pain, and her eyes show that she has been crying enormous pressure throughout the mission. This realistic approach makes her feel like a real human being instead of a impossible action hero. Visually, these scenes are absolutely beautiful. The dark street of Berlin, the bright neon lights, the rain, the reflection in windows, and the quiet buildings all create a unforgettable atmosphere. Every frame looks carefully designed. Even if someone pushes the movie at almost any moment, it looks like a stylish photography. The music also becomes quieter during several important scenes. Instead of using loud background sounds, the movie allows silence to create suspense. You hear footsteps, breathing, doors opening, and distant city noises. This small sound make the audience feel as if they are standing beside Lauren, experiencing every danger moment with her. As everything moves toward the final confrontation, Lauren realized that the best challenge is not finding the truth, it is proving whom she can trust with that truth. In the world of secret agent, information is more valuable than money, and loyalty can disappear in a single moment. This idea becomes the heart of the movie during its final act. By now, every major character has reached a turning point. The choice they make in the next few moments will decide who survive, who succeed, and whose secret remain hidden forever. The audience can clearly feel that the climax is only a few scenes away. The excitement keeps growing, but the movie still refuses to reveal its biggest surprise. This slow building up is one of the reasons why Atomic Blonde stands out from many other action movies. Instead of rushing toward the ending, it carefully increases the suspense, allowing every important character to play their role before the final truth is revealed. As a viewer, you become completely involved because you want to know not only what will happen but also why everything happened in the first place. Now we are very close to the climax, and from this point, every scene feels important. Lauren has already understood that someone has been playing a very dangerous game from the beginning, but she still does not know the complete truth. She only knows one thing: if she makes even one wrong decision now, everything she has done since. Another reason why this film stands out of its confident, it never tried to explain everything in a simple way. It respects the audience and expect them to pay attention. A small clue become important later. A small decision create big consequence. This makes the movie rewarding for viewers who watch carefully. By the final hour, the movie becomes even bigger. Every mission becomes more dangerous, every enemy becomes more powerful, every decision becomes more difficult. The tension keeps increasing without stopping. Instead of becoming tired, the audience becomes even more excited because the movie keeps rising. The stakes, that is one of the biggest strength of this film. In my opinion, this is not just a movie that you watch once and forget. It is the kind of film that stay in your mind because of its smarter story, exciting action, emotional moment, and unforgettable characters. Even after the credits start rolling, you keep thinking about the entity Ethan Hunt and what will happen in the next chapter. That is sign of a truly successful blockbuster. Now let's talk about why the Mission Impossible series is still one of the best action franchise in the world. Many action movies become repetitive after a few parts because they keep showing the same type of story again and again. But this series always bring a new challenge for Ethan Hunt. Every new mission feels bigger than the last one. Every new enemy is smarter than the previous one. Because of this, the audience never feels that they are watching the same movie again. Every chapter gives a fresh experience. One of the biggest reasons behind this success is the way the movie mix action with emotion. If if a movie only has has explosions, a fight and gunshot, after some time the audience stop feeling excited. But here, before our danger mission, the movie reminds us that us what Ethan Hunt is trying to protect. He is not fighting for money or fame. He is fighting to save innocent people and to protect the future. Because of this, every action scene carries emotional weight. When Ethan and jump from a dangerous feels worried because they care about him. Another thing I love is the way the movie creates uncertainty. You never know who will survive. You never know who will betray someone. You never know whether the mission will succeed or fail. This feeling stay with you throughout the movie, even when Ethan Hunt looks like he has finally solved one problem. Another big danger appears in front of him. This constant suspense keeps the audience fully involved in the story. The movie also teaches important lesson about teamwork. Ethan Hunt may be the main hero, but he can't complete this impossible mission alone. Benjamin helps him with technology. Luther Struggle supports him with intelligence and planning, while Grace becomes a becomes a unexpected but valuable partner. Every member of the team play an important role. This show that even the strongest leader needs trusted people around him. Last, also appreciate the small detail that many viewers may miss during the first watch. The movie carefully places clues in earlier scene. At that moment, they may look unimportant, but later those same clues becomes the key to understand the story. This type of storytelling rewards audience to pay close attention. It also makes the movie enjoyable even during a second viewing because you notice many hidden detail that you did not see before. The editing deserves a special praise because it keeps the movie moving at the perfect speed. During action scene, the cuts are fast enough to create excitement, but not so fast that you become confused. During emotional moment, the camera stay longer on the character, allowing the audience to understand their feelings. This balance makes every scene more powerful. The sound design is another reason why the movie feels so realistic. Every footstep, every explosion, every train sound, every gunshot, and every moment of silence adds something to the experience. Sometimes the movie becomes completely quiet before a major action scene. The scene increases the tension even more because the audience know that something hug is about to happen. Talking about Gabriel, he is not type of villain who keep shooting or showing unnecessary anger. Instead, he stay calm, speak very little, and make careful decisions. This makes him more danger because you never know what he is planning. His connection with the entity makes him even more powerful. Together, they become one of the strongest threats that Ethernet has ever faced. I also like the fact that the movie respects the intelligence of its audience. It does not stop by few minutes to explain everything. Instead, it allows the viewer to think, connect the clues, and understand the bigger picture on their own. This makes the film feel mature and rewarding. If I compare this movie with many modern action films, I think Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is standing much higher because it focus on quality instead of only a spectacle. Every action scene has meaning, every motion scene has purpose, every conversation pushes the story forward. Nothing feels unnecessary. That is why, even after watching such a long movie, the audience rarely feels bored. The final part of the movie is especially impressive. The excitement keeps increasing minute after minute. The risks become higher, the mission become more difficult, and every character has to make life-changing decision. By this point, you become completely connected with Ethan and his team. You want them to succeed, but at the same time, you know that victory will not come easily. When the movie finally ends, it does not feel like a complete ending. Instead, it reveals the audience with curiosity, excitement, and many unanswered questions. You immediately start thinking about the next chapter because the story is far from over. That is one of the biggest achievement of this movie. It enters for you for enters you for hours, giving you memorable action scene, makes you care about the characters, and finally leave you excited for the next Mission Impossible adventure. Now, let's talk about something that makes this movie truly special. Most action movies are only remembered the because of one or two big fight scenes, but Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is remembered because every part of the movie worked together perfectly. The story, the character, the action, the music, and the emotion and the suspense all support each other. Nothing feels out of palace. Every scene has a reason to exist, and that is why the movie feels complete from beginning to end. The biggest strength of Ethan Hunt is not his speed or his fighting skill. His biggest strength is that he never gives up. No matter how impossible the mission becomes, he keeps searching for another solution. Sometimes he has only a few seconds to make a decision. Sometimes he has no plan at all, but instead of accepting defeat, he keeps moving forward. This determination makes him one of the most inspiring action heroes in cinema. The movie also reminds us that every action has consequence. One small mistake can change the entire mission. One wrong decision can put many lives in danger. This is why every choice made by Ethan Hunt, Grace Manchurian, and Luther Stickle feels important. The audience understand that nothing is easy in this mission. Every success comes after sacrifice, hard work, and smart planning. One of the most interesting part of the story is the entity does not need to attack people directly. It creates confusion. It spreads false information. This movie is very interesting for the action lovers. So overall, if you ask me whether Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is worth watching, then my answer is absolutely yes. This movie gives you everything that a great action film should have: a exciting story, powerful action, emotional moment, memorable character, amazing suspense, beautiful visuals, and a fantastic background score. The biggest achievement of this movie is that it never feels like just another action film. It keeps you thinking, keeps you guessing, and it keeps you completely connected with Ethan and his team from the first scene to the last. Tom Curious once again prove why Ethan Hunt is one of the greatest action heroes in cinema. Every character has an important role, every action scene has a purpose, and every twist makes the story even more exciting. Even after the movie ends, you will still be thinking about the entity and what will happen the next. For me, this movie is 9.5 out of 10. If you if you love action, spy thrillers, and smart storytelling, then this movie should definitely be one of your watch list. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel because your support means a lot and motivates me to bring more movie reviews like this. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I will see you in next movie. Goodbye. Take care. Bye bye, guys.